Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, my name is BK. Of course, obviously, if we are friends, you know that. But if we are not friends, don't be a stranger. So follow me on Facebook. I'm now currently live streaming to three platforms: Facebook, a Facebook page, as well as YouTube. So do add me on Facebook if you want to connect. Right? Happy to connect with you. Don't be a stranger. If you have watched my previous live streams before, you might have noticed something is different. I'll review that in a bit, but let's flip the script a little bit tonight. So let's do something else that I normally would do as the third part of the thing, but I will do it first. Let's do this. So this is day number 30 of a 100-day challenge. So I'm excited. We are now officially in the digit 3 figure territory. So exactly 30 days ago, started this live stream challenge for myself. And the motivation behind it was really for self-discipline and kind of hone my skills in live streaming, and also, of course, make full use of this gear that I've set up over the lockdown period or circuit breaker, or of course, here in Malaysia, it's called movement control order. So every place has a slightly different name. So this is what I'm doing now, right? So it's a personal challenge. Now, of course, if you have followed some of my other live streams, you notice that something is missing here, this corner, right? Something is missing at this corner. So when I started, there was no title, and then there was a title, and the title was 10 p.m. with BK, because I go live at 10 p.m. every day. So that was just a natural title. But as we started to do more episodes, and as we moved along, some of the audience and friends have given feedback and say, hey, it might be good to come out with a stronger thematic focus for your show and for your live streams. And so I kind of think it's a good idea as well. So I've been thinking about it, and what better way to do this, to change the title, than on the 30th episode, right? So just want to quickly review. In fact, this afternoon, now you can tell that there's this level of discomfort in me, right? Because I'm a bit nervous about revealing the title. So what happened was, this afternoon, I was just happened to watch one of a channel that I follow, that he does reviews for Apple products and Apple. Okay, he used to do only for Apple products, Apple computers, but over the years, because Apple has started to come out with iPads and iPhones, and now there are games, and now there's Apple Arcade. So he also decided to change his show title that he has been having for a long time. So there was a lot of anxiety for him, right? But for me, not so much, but still there's a bit of anxiety. So those of you who have noticed there's something missing here, because I removed the title. So it's no longer called 10 p.m. with BK. I've changed the title, and I'm just going to review it now. So now it's called The Better Man Show. Oh, sorry, wrong side. Sorry about that. The Better Man Show. Had some deliberation, had some friends, had some discussion, had some feedback from friends, and kind of settled on this for a few reasons. One, obviously because I'm a man. So that's one. And two, on a certain level, this 100-day challenge is about me becoming a better person, a better man, in the sense of discipline, in the sense of honing my skills. And of course, I've also mentioned over the past few episodes that hopefully some of the topics would also bring value to the audience, right? So like I said, some of the earlier episodes, sometimes we have shared certain things, and it's been very humbling to have people who respond back in private messages. I think my audience are all shy, so they like to private message me rather than leave comments. Feel free to leave a comment. So let me just put this up there. feel free to leave a comment so that and tell us what platform you're on, and also what you think about the show, and I mean general feedback and everything, right? But I think my audience is all shy, so they tend to send me private messages. But it's been very humbling when people send a message and say, hey, you know what, the thing that you shared the other day has helped me in this way and that way and so on. That's always very humbling. So part of the focus of the 100 days obviously would be to share a little bit of those concepts and ideas as well. So I guess that helps with this title. And there's one other slightly frivolous reason, not really frivolous, I mean, no light-hearted reason. I kind of like to go to karaoke with friends. I like to sing, but don't get me wrong, liking sing to I like to sing doesn't mean I sing well. They are not synonymous. I do like to sing for fun, just to kind of stress relief, right? I have a lot of friends who sing very well. I like going to karaoke with them because it's like going to a concert. But of course, I still choose a few songs and I sing. So one of the songs I like to sing while at the karaoke is actually a song by Robbie Williams called Better Man, right? And the concept about becoming a better person, a better man, has always, these past few years, has resonated with me. So how do you think of the title? Let me know in the comments. And of course, in line with this concept, we talk about things in the show that can help people, that can help you along your journey. I think that will be, it will be great for me, right? I mean, it will be something I'll be happy about that, right? So, so that's the whole idea. So, yep, this is out of the way. This is the title of the show from now on, The Better Man Show. And hopefully we can bring value for everyone who either watches it live or watches it on a replay, right? So let me know your comments. Don't be shy. I'll be happy to, I'm welcome all feedback, right? Now, so today's title, today the main thing is this. Yeah, this is the main big review. A big for me, may not be for you, but big for me. So the big review, right? The Better Man Show. And of course, this is day number 30 of a 100-day challenge. But I've been going through a course, and today was the last day of the course. And it was challenging because I was also doing simultaneous translation work from English to Mandarin as well to help some of my team members. So kind of a summary today, and learn a lot of things, and it kind of prompted me to think about, like, there were certain things I wish that we were taught when we were young, or I wish that we were taught when we were in school, or when we were much younger, that would have learned those things, and I think it would have been great. So kind of titled today's episode as things that I wish that I could have told my 20-something self, right? Or things that we hope we were able to learn while we were in school, right? That would have been interesting, or that would have been great. So one of them would be money management, right? Money management. I think this is something that an area of my life that I've struggled with for a while, right? Didn't grow up in a very affluent family, but I do respect my dad. My dad worked very hard to put us all of us, all his sons, through university, and I think I really respect them. I respect him for that. I was just telling a friend the other day as well, my dad's story, and he gave up schooling at a very young age to be able to support his very large family at that time of all siblings and so on, to put them through school and also put food on the table. So he sacrificed in that sense, stopped school and went to work to earn a living to support his siblings, right? So he was just a regular blue-collar worker in Singapore. But in spite of that, he managed to put 3 of us through school. So I guess growing up in that environment, we didn't, or I didn't get a lot of education in terms of wealth creation, earning money, keeping money, and investing money, right? And those things kind of came much later in life through books and through courses and so on. So I was also quite blessed and lucky in that my first career was pretty smooth sailing. I got promoted fast due to a scholarship that I got. But that was not something I wanted to do for life. So I kind of left that industry quite early and started to do things on my own. And after that, it was not always smooth sailing. And in fact, some of you who know me may know that a couple of years ago, I was involved in e-commerce in China. Things were going well for a while, and then it just didn't go well because of certain elements of competition and so on. So had to rebuild my life 3 years ago again, right? So I guess I would have really have liked that back in school, or maybe even in my 20s. I could have had lessons in money management, financial management a lot better, and I would have maybe avoided some mistakes in life as well. So that is one regret. So that's something that I would have told my 20-something self. So hopefully nowadays in school, they start to teach these things earlier to young people, because I think even now in this global climate now, it's even more important that there's a bit more financial literacy. So that's one of the things that I think should have been taught earlier, right? Wealth management, that's one. The second thing I thought that we should have picked up a bit more is how to be happy in life. I'm not sure whether you really understand what I want to express here. I also don't really know how to express this here. So today is a bit more reflective. I'm sorry if it feels a bit like that today, but it's because I happen to wrap up a 7-day course. It's been very tiring, because doing all the first I got to learn it and then I got to translate it. So it's been draining, intellectually and spiritually and emotionally. So is a more reflective mood today. So pardon me. And of course, I don't mind putting out this thing, because I kind of said before as well that these live streams have also become like a video diary for myself, right? So if you find tonight's episode not interesting at all, feel free to leave. It's fine, don't worry about it. So it's more like personal reflection for myself. So what happened was, so this whole concept about going after your dreams and persistence and perseverance and goal setting and discovering what you're passionate about, what you would like to achieve in life. I think we don't really do that in school, right? Because the way we have structured school has always been, they kind of guide you towards either the science or the art stream or the engineering stream or the bio or the biology stream, and then it's kind of like then they siphon you to the next level where you kind of go into a certain occupation and not vocation. So it's like you are in primary school, you go to secondary school, and then in university, you are like channeled towards filling certain occupational needs. That has been at least that's how I see it. That's the way the education system is like. So we are kind of put through a production line to become a qualified, skilled worker to fit a certain occupation, right? Not so much as discovering what we truly want to do in life, or what is a vocation for our life. So some of us then end up in certain occupations that we may not be truly happy in, right? Because well, that was what our parents told us to do, or that was what society told us to do. And that was what they told us to become when we grow up, right? But it's not really what we really wanted to do in life. So I think it would have been great if when we were young in school, there were these two courses that were offered up as lessons to learn, like, Wealth 101 and Wealth 102, as well as Happiness 101 and Happiness 102. I mean, 101 being basic, 102 being more advanced. So I think these are the two things that I would have told my 20-something self to have paid more attention to it. I only realized that this whole personal development, growing myself, finding out more about myself thing is more relevant or more pertinent today, or something that I've been doing more frequently more lately than in the past. So would have been nice to have started this a long time ago, right? Would have been nice to have started this a long time ago. So if I ever have a chance to time travel, I actually kind of joked with my students last time as well. I said, do we time travel? Actually, we all do time travel. It's just that we time travel in one single direction, which is going forward. We just cannot travel back in time. But if we ever invent this facility to time travel back in time to my 20-something self, I think those are the two things I will tell myself. Hey, these are the things you like to do, and hey, these are the things that you should do with regards to money. So, yeah, what are the things that you would have wished that you could tell your 20-something self, right? Of course, if you're 20-something now, then take it from someone who is almost 50, that you may want to learn financial literacy, and you may also want to look at finding out your true vocation that you would like to go aspire after, like things that you really enjoy doing. So I kind of mentioned this book the other day as well. So if you're in your 20-something, this is a great book for you to pick up. It's called Your Money or Your Life. Your Money or Your Life. Because it talks about how you should identify the things that you like to do. Because basically money is trading your life energy for something. So find out what you like to do, earlier on, rather than discovering that, maybe being the doctor or the engineer or the whatever vocation, occupation isn't exactly what would make you happy. Finding out later in your mid-30s and 40s is not a good time. Find out earlier, right? Find out earlier. So that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. I know a bit more of a reflective mood today. So two big things today, basically. One is just to quickly announce that, hey, I changed the title of the show. So this is the Better Man Show. And day number 30, and these are the things that I wished I really learned in my youth, in my early 20s, rather than now. But hey, no regrets. We shouldn't, remember I talk about this as well, we shouldn't be shackled to the past nor be worried about the future. So being present now and being in the now is how we can create the future. So once again, yesterday, I asked for resources about storytelling. I do want to get better. I mean, the universe is kind of like telling me I need to get better at it, because I've been hearing this suggestion from multiple sources. So if you have any resources on good storytelling courses, good storytelling training, or even books or audibles or anything like that, please send them along. That will really be helpful and grateful. I'll be grateful for that. And of course, after making that plea yesterday, today actually there was something I came across that was about storytelling as well. So that was awesome, right? So sometimes you see, when you ask, you receive. When you ask, you receive. If you don't seek, you will never find. So I'm seeking. So I'm just putting it out there. If you have any resources with regards to storytelling, just send them along to me. I'll be grateful. I want to get good at that craft, right? Come to think of it, right? When I was in primary school, I actually remember I did take part in a storytelling competition for Mandarin. And I was one of the representatives from my class to take part in this Mandarin storytelling competition. So that was fun. I remember the teacher coaching and then had to make actions. I still remember the action. You know why? Because the story was about the a fish and a clam and a heron, right? So the Chinese word is 鹬蚌相争，渔翁得利. So when all these creatures fight among themselves, the person that benefited was the fisherman. So I remember my Chinese teacher coaching me to tell that story, and because the I think the heron or the bird with the big beak, right, like a pelican. So I need to do this. There were some actions involved in that storytelling, but I think that was more for a young kid, children's storytelling competition. So might not be too relevant today in what I'm trying to achieve. So if you do have any resources, I'll welcome it for sure. Thank you very much. Look forward to getting some feedback from you. So, yep, that's all for tonight. Thank you for joining me on day number 30 of a 100-day challenge, and the first episode of the Better Man Show revised title for the program. So, in fact, that gives me impetus to make sure that every single episode from now on has quality, solid content, quality, solid thematic content, because now that I have the thematic focus, it pushes me to make sure it is done, right? So it's interesting, right, how the show has evolved over time, and I'm thankful for this journey. So because now there is a proper thematic title, it also kind of means that it forces me to make sure that I need to put out serious content, or at least matching thematic content for the show. Okay, so thank you for joining me. Just gonna take you out with a bit of music, and I'll see you tomorrow for day number 31.